So this is our SG90 servo and this is our ultrasonic HC-SR04, and I have used a pen and tilt camera module and have stick it using double-sided tape on that table, and I have attached it using some rubber bands, and I have not fully assembled it, just connected this SG90 servo here. So this is our radar station and the servo is connected on pin 4, and the power for ultrasonic is 5 volt and ground, and they are connected to 12 and 13. So this pin is connected on 12 and 13. So let's just see the demo. So this will actually sweep the servo and find the distance, and if there is any obstacle it will show that as an aeroplane. So let me put a hand here and you'll see it showing as aeroplane. If I put hand little far, so accordingly like it would map the position of the aeroplane, and the aeroplane will automatically hide after few seconds. So whenever it detect any obstacle, like it would show that obstacle on the screen. So whenever there is an obstacle, like it would show on the screen as an aeroplane. And the distance is like how far the obstacle is. Based on that it would show the distance also on that radar screen. So my hand is like very far. So like you can see like the distance of the aeroplane is shown also on the screen, and like after few seconds the aeroplane will automatically hide. So let's just see the code. So like I'm setting the initial position here, the size, setting the servo pin, attaching the distance sensor, and then in a for loop I'm like moving this radar screen from 0 to 180 and 180 to 0. So like setting the servo angle initially as 0 and then repeating it 18 times and then like increasing it 10 times every time. Same here, like repeating it 18 times and decreasing it 10 by every time. And like just pointing into that direction, so like whatever the servo angle it would point into that direction. So if you look at the costume, basically like it's a small dot here and this is the center point and this is how. So you can like flip it and flip horizontal or vertical, and like you can like calculate the angle here, like if you're like costume is in different direction or something like that. So the important thing is like this is the center point on which it would move, and this is just a small dot here. So it is setting the servo position, and then it is calculating the distance and broadcasting distance taken. Same here, like it is setting the servo angle, getting the distance from the obstacle sensor HC-SR04, and then broadcasting distance taken. And when like you receive the distance taken, if the distance is greater than 5 and less than 50. So if the distance is like more than 50, like the obstacle is too far, so like we should not worry. In that case, like we'll map the distance between 0 to 200. So 0 to 200 will map that distance. And once the distance is mapped, like create a clone of the plane itself and like setting the initial position of the plane here. And then based on the servo angle, it is turning into that direction. And then the calculated plane and distance, which we have calculated using this map function, we are moving in that direction, the aeroplane to that distance, and then just turning it right little bit. So and then just turning it right little bit so that it is not pointed in this direction but it is pointed in this direction, and then just wait for 10 seconds and like delete that clone. So as you've seen like how simple it is using a ultrasonic and a servo to create a radar. And this example not only shows like whether there is an obstacle or not, but it actually uh, shows the distance of the obstacle on the radar screen. So like, so there aren't any Arduino examples online which will show you the distance of the object on the radar screen. So like, it when the object is far, like it will show far, and then when the object is near, it will show near. So this is the center point. So like it is mapped between like 5 to 50. So 5 to 50 is mapped from 0 to 200 like that. So this extension and the example are available for the paid subscribers. So you can visit CodeSkool and can subscribe to the premium membership to access this 37 in 1 sensor kit extension.